Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Wednesday, September 25. Budgetary allocations for the 2019-2020 financial year have increased by $50 billion. The first supplementary estimates were tabled on Tuesday by Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark. This means the government will now spend $853 billion compared to the $803 billion that was projected in March. The increase was primarily driven by a $45.4 billion increase in the allocation for public debt servicing, with $40.2 billion for payment of debt amortization and $5.2 billion for interest charges. In the adjustments, $5 billion went to the Major Infrastructure Development Program to carry out additional work. $3.5 billion was cut from the Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project due to the slow pace of works. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Justice received $530 million to carry out further renovation work at Public Building West, which houses the Court of Appeal and the offices of the Director of Public Prosecutions. The estimates will be reviewed by Parliament's Public Administration and Appropriations Committee, as well as the Standing Finance Committee, before going to the House for approval. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has directed the Ministry of National Security and the security forces to investigate and take firm action against all instances of public mischief. He also urged the National Security Ministry to bring the full force of law on persons who misuse social media to create panic. The Prime Minister's instructions follow several incidents which caused a disruption in the corporate area's public transportation system. Mr. Holness says he has been assured by the security forces and the Ministry of Transport that all the necessary arrangements have been made to ensure the transportation sector returns to normality. In the meantime, the Prime Minister has commended the Public Safety and Traffic Enforcement Branch and taxi operators who provided transportation services to members of the public during the disturbances. He also expressed sympathies to the families of the JUTC employee and the taxi driver who were killed. In the meantime, the Jamaica Urban Transit Company, JUTC, resumed normal services today following a meeting with the company's management, its drivers, and union representatives. Yesterday's meeting follows a halt of service by the state-run bus company. The disruption in service was triggered by the death of one of the company's drivers and alleged threats on the lives of others.
We have had meetings with the unions, drivers, ministry staff, and the police. We have consulted with the police, who have established a presence at all depots and along the routes. This is to provide assurance to the taxi operators, JUTC drivers, as well as to the traveling public. Mr. Speaker, we have consulted with the various taxi associations in the KMTR and in Kota. They have assured of normal service by their members.
Transport Minister Robert Montego gave the update during Tuesday's sitting of the House of Representatives. Minister Montego says the opposition spokesman and other stakeholders have been briefed on the matter. The minister also says he will continue to monitor the situation and update the country.
We appeal to all Jamaicans to be calm and lend a helping hand where they can. We urge peace, calm, and a return to normalcy as soon as possible.
And schools have resumed regular classes following the return of public transportation in the corporate area. The Ministry of Education, Youth and Information says the decision to restart classes follows discussions with the police and schools. Parents and guardians, as well as school administrators, are being urged to monitor the media for any development which may impact classes or their children's safety. While the ministry continues to monitor the situation, parents are being asked to reinforce the need for their children to pay attention to their immediate surroundings at all times. In other news, Prime Minister Andrew Holness has called on the international community to build on Mahatma Gandhi's legacy of advocating for the poor and being a catalyst for positive change. Mr. Holness made the call Tuesday as he addressed a special event honoring the 150th anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi during the United Nations General Assembly. The Leadership Matters function contemplated the relevance of Mahatma Gandhi's philosophy in the contemporary world. Prime Minister Holness says Gandhi's leadership and unflinching determination is a testimony of his vision for a kinder world.
Gandhi's doctrine of nonviolence and sacrifice, together with his vision for a more equitable world, is a source of personal inspiration to my own leadership, and I know that his life's work will continue to inspire new generations to come. Leaders who are committed to the well-being and advancement of all our peoples.
And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.